Greetings all! Welcome back to the channel and thanks for taking the time to watch this video. The Retroid Pocket 5 recently released and I was wondering whether or not it would be a better buy compared to the Retroid Pocket 4. Especially since the price of the 4 Pro dropped quite significantly. I mean obviously the RP5 has some notable improvements, but is it worth the difference in price? Which one is the better value offering essentially? So I did some research and put together a video on it as I love comparing these devices. As usual, this means that this is not a hands-on comparison, but rather an overview of some of the top reviews on YouTube, giving you a short, concise comparison that is jam-packed with facts. So if you find some value from it, please remember to like and subscribe as it really helps the channel out. So first up, let's take a look at the specs. The most significant differences in terms of the specs lie in the display and processor choices. The RP5's AMOLED screen offers superior brightness, being about 25% brighter than the competitors, with excellent outdoor visibility if you ramp it all the way up to 100%. The RP4 on the other hand has an LCD display that is not quite as good as the AMOLED on the RP5. It's not quite as bright and the colors aren't as vivid, but it is not bad overall. The screen on the RP5 is also bezel-less, which really adds to the premium look and helps to hide any black bars that appear when you play 4x3 or 3x2 content. Processors are different, but performance looks essentially the same, with the Snapdragon chip on the RP5 maybe pulling out slightly better numbers here or there. The reviews I have seen and the benchmarks I have found seem to indicate that their performance numbers are very similar. But the more obvious differences lie in the ergonomics and design though. The RP5 introduces several design improvements with a premium glass front panel, textured ergonomic back grips, and RGB lit Hall effect analog sticks. So visually, it definitely looks more striking than the RP4 Pro, and I'm sure the rounded edges and hand grips will make for a much more pleasant time when playing it during extended sessions. The dome switch D-pad pleased many reviewers, and the front-firing speakers produce good quality sound compared to the down-firing ones on the 4 Pro. The RP4 Pro, on the other hand, maintains a more traditional rectangle design with a plastic front panel that doesn't look as pleasing, but should be more durable than the glass panel on the RP5. It has a flatter, more pocketable profile that is not as ergonomic as the 5, but you should be able to carry it around a little easier. When it comes to performance, both devices handle retro systems flawlessly, but differences emerge with more demanding platforms such as PS2 and GameCube. In general, it seems that the RP5 runs PS2 games at 2.5x resolution and GameCube at 3x resolution with excellent performance. The RP4 Pro, on the other hand, handles PS2 and GameCube at roughly 2x resolution with good stability. Both consoles will have games in the PS2 library that struggle though. I will leave links to some gameplay videos in the description that you can have a look at to compare these. Battery life is comparable between the devices, offering 4 to 8 hours of mixed usage, though the RP4 Pro's 6nm processor may provide slightly better efficiency. So as it stands, the 5 is the clear winner when it comes to aesthetics and design, but the 4 Pro is the clear value proposition. But let's look at a list of pros and cons to summarize and help you make a decision. The Retroid Pocket 5 has an outstanding AMOLED display with superior brightness and color accuracy. It has premium build quality and better ergonomics. It may also have improved emulation performance due to better driver compatibility. On the downside, it comes in at a higher price point with additional shipping costs. It has a less pocketable design, and it may be less durable with that glass front panel. The Retroid Pocket 4 has a more affordable price point. It is better suited for pocketability and portability, and it also possibly has a more power-efficient processor. But it has a less premium look. It has an LCD screen with noticeable bezels, and it is less comfortable for extended gaming sessions. So what is my final verdict then? Well, while the RP5 is definitely better in terms of display quality and build materials with its AMOLED screen and premium construction, it's not the better value proposition between these two units for me. The RP4 Pro, while not looking as good, should be able to do most of what the RP5 can do, even if it does not look as brilliant while doing it. Obviously, this is coming from a purely theoretical and analytical viewpoint, so I'm sure there are many that will differ with me, and that's okay. If you have some extra money to spend, the RP5 is definitely the better option, especially if you're a first-time buyer. Personally, I've just never been an early adopter. I feel like I would be able to live with a slightly more dated design and less striking screen as long as it gives me roughly the same performance as the RP5. Once again, this is just me sharing my thoughts based on what is being said of these devices, so if you differ from me, let me know in the comments why. If you want to pick up either of these units, I will leave links in the description below and would appreciate it if you would consider using them, as it really helps the channel out at no cost to you. If you want some more info on the RP4 Pro, you can check out my videos by clicking on the link on screen now. That's it for this one though. Have a nice day, and I will catch you in the next tech update.